Well, hello and welcome to Soap Secrets. It is January, the second week of January. We're all in the January blues. No, we're not. We're nice and happy, aren't we, Claire?
Yes, we are.
So let's start with Corrie, because we always do. It's 2022. Why change things? After all the drama of Christmas and New Year, we've got one of your favourite characters, haven't we, back in play, who is Little Hope.
Yes, I love Little Hope. She's brilliant. She's played by Isabella Flanagan. And, you know, for a child to portray Hope, a child actress to portray Hope in such a way, I think shows what a really good actor she is. And we know Hope, she's always up to no good, isn't she? She's always up to no good.
Yeah, always. But that's really quite clever for a child actor, I think.
Yeah, yes, it is. So her friend Joseph is being bullied at school, and we know money is very tight in the Ches and Gemma household because they've got 5 kids and 4 of them are quads. So the nappy bill there must be sky high. What do you think, Hannah?
I think it must be sky high.
I always find you look at how much nappies cost, you think, how do people with babies afford nappies?
I know, you sort of have to... especially in the early days, they go through so many. But then there's other options, isn't there? The more sustainable option, which is the kind of, I don't think they're called that anymore, the terry toweling type ones that you wash out. But it doesn't particularly appeal to me. But
you have to have the nappy bucket going, the nappy bucket.
No one likes a nappy bucket there. No one likes that.
So money's tight with Chesney and Gemma. So when Joseph asks to go on a school trip, Ches tells him there's no money. That's really upsetting. I also think that because the quads are so demanding and that they're at that age where they're getting into things, that perhaps Joseph is also being left out, slightly ignored. You have to be careful.
What though is interesting here is that you don't tend to these days, I mean they've always do their homework, but they don't tend to these days have this situation where children can't where they can't afford trips anymore. Okay. School won't allow that. No, that it's usually they ask for some money, and the money will usually incorporate any of those that are in need. So that doesn't happen. So I just thought that I'd add that because that's a nice thing, isn't it? Because there's no child to miss out.
No. So Hope hands Fizz's purse to little Joseph and tells him to help himself. So, what will Joseph do? Will he take the money, or will he say to Hope, no, that's your mum's money, I can't take that?
Can't do that, no.
No. And when Ches and Gemma discover that Joseph is being bullied, if you find that, lots of kids don't want parents to go to the school and interfere. It makes things worse. Chesney goes behind Joseph's back and speaks to his teacher, and distraught, Joseph runs away. Just what are the pair up to? So there's a lot going on.
That is a lot going on, but really sad, sweet but sad storyline. What you're supposed to do. And of course, Dancing on Ice starting. Sally Danvers taking part.
Yep.
But she also has a big storyline.
She does. I think she's going to need, obviously, Corrie is filmed in advance, so she's going to need to wind down a little bit. So Sally and Tim have this really big storyline where Tim needs a triple heart bypass. And Tim is hiding this from Sally as he doesn't know how to tell her. Now, Aggie has been supporting him as she's a nurse. He's got himself in a right state about it, and Aggie's been going, no, you must do this, you must go in, you must tell Sally, and he's still unsure how to say to his partner, his wife, hey, I need a triple heart bypass. Now, we all saw last week, Hannah, that Sally gave Tim her best bedroom eyes. She looked lovely. She was wearing these really gorgeous pyjamas. I just thought, these are really lovely pyjamas, these silky pyjamas. She's giving Tim the, her bedroom eyes. But, he's terrified that any kind of physical exertion is going to cause issues with his heart. So he feigned exhaustion, and she was quite shocked at that.
I mean, there's nothing worse than that happening. I was talking to a friend about this. What would happen if he got turned down in that situation? It's the most demoralising thing ever. It'd be awful.
Well, she thinks, what? She's, there she is. So this week she invites him into the hot tub. She's not giving up, is our Sally. And he declines again.
Everyone loves a trier.
Well, hot tub's a bit hot. I mean, you must think, oh, that's not going to do my heart very much good. And when Jenny let slip that she saw Tim buying flowers, which never turn up in, that don't arrive at Sally's house, has she got the wrong end of the stick?
I mean, yes, she will have done. And in true Sally style, she's not... she's not sort of wired to be calm in situations like this, is she?
No. But it's such a lovely Corrie storyline.
Yeah,
it is such a lovely thing. And I really think that fans shouldn't worry. I don't think that Corrie would ever split up Sally and Tim, because they are classic Corrie characters.
Yeah, but they have to have a bit of peril and jeopardy in their relationship, don't they, I suppose, to keep it the spark alive.
Yes.
Okay, so on to Emmerdale. Okay, it's 2022 now. Surely the net is going to close in on Meena. I mean, she is a serial killer. She's killed Nadine, Leanna, Andrea, and Ben... ... so far.
Yes, she has. Yes.
Surely this has got to sort of hit a bit of a point soon.
Yes. Well, this is the start of it, where it's all going wrong for Meena. So, so we saw her kill 3 people on screen, Nadine off screen. And at Christmas, her sister Manpreet, as we know, got close to the truth. And Meena was about to kill her when she discovered Vinny tailing her. Now, Vinny had turned detective to try to prove that his ex, Liv, was innocent of killing Ben. So we know that Meena killed Ben, but obviously Liv was done for the crime, because there was footage of her having this violent argument with Ben, and she was so drunk that she couldn't remember exactly what happened, and so the murder was hung on her. Now, Vinny's quite good about all this sorts of thing, and his detective work led him to tail Meena. So that was a bad thing, really, for him to do. Now, both Manpreet and Vinny are being held hostage in the barn. Both of them. They're still alive at this point, Hannah, but they're held hostage.
Yeah, but that can't be very much fun.
No. Manpreet is woozy because she's been there longer, and she's already drugged. She's been drugged by her sister. And when Meena returns with an IV drip, just what is she planning?
This is so sinister now. Like, it's just getting grosser and grosser, this whole thing, isn't it? I feel a bit weak at the knees even thinking about what she's about to do.
So there's lots going on. Now, Liam is suspicious of Meena because he can find no record of Meena's miscarriage. So that's put him thinking. So as we know, she said she was pregnant, and then obviously she wasn't pregnant, but she then had to sort of fake a miscarriage, which she has done. But being a nurse and with Liam as a doctor, he would know that there should be a paper trail, should there not?
Absolutely.
And there isn't one. And Vinny's missing, Hannah. Now, Vinny, as we know, is a dingle. So the whole of the dingle clan...
They'll be out looking.
They will. They will. They'll be out in force. And when Meena drives the dingle van into the barn and leaves it running with both Vinny and Manpreet drugged inside, will Meena's kill count rise to 6?
So... she drives it into the barn as in the doors are open and she drives it in a park and leaves the van running, or she drives it into as in a crash?
No. So she drives it in, leaves the van running, and then shuts the door.
For the fumes?
For fumes, yes. To kill people via carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh. Okay. This is kind of getting to a point where she's got to be discovered surely now. It's just not,
So it's a really, really big week in the Meena story. So there's lots of people that could think there's something up with Meena. So you've got Liam thinking what? You've got the Dingles going, where's Vinny? There's all these people that could discover what she's up to, or they could be too late. They could discover and be too late.
And Nate and Tracy, another storyline. Is it finally all over for them?
Well, it is. I think it is, really. Tracy discovered that Nate lied about his night out in Houghton, and he did sleep with flirty Fiona. And to add to Tracy's pain, over Christmas it was revealed that Fiona is her sister Vanessa's ex-girlfriend. So,
right.
well, we never do anything unless it's family related, do we, in Emmerdale?
No, we don't.
That was very close, I think. You know, he didn't just pick some random woman up. He picked up his fiance's sister's ex-girlfriend. So Tracy's fed up with the lies, and she's been offered a job in Nottingham, but with Nate hopeful of a reconciliation. When he hears of the job offer, he knocks her confidence by asking if she can cope. Now, that's a bit mean, Hannah, because she had this big struggle with postnatal depression, and she's just been getting back on her feet. So will Tracy find the courage to start afresh in Nottingham with her and baby Frankie?
Do you think we'll lose her from the show?
Yes. The actor who plays her is pregnant and needs to go on mat leave.
That answers that then. Okay. Well, there we have it. That is Emmerdale, literally coming back into the new year with a huge bang. Will Hollyoaks do the same? I think there's only one answer there, and that is absolutely yes, because it comes back with a bang, literally.
Yes, this is a really big week in Hollyoaks. So there's really just lots and lots of questions to ask about what's going to go on. And I don't want to give too much away because you really need to watch this. I know the fans will watch it and you'll love it, Hannah. So
yeah.
There's a big explosion at the Dee Valley Heroes fundraiser at Salon de Tay. So the whole village is there. Why wouldn't they be? Because there's going to be an explosion.
Maximum impact.
Yeah. So we have to have all the cast.
Yep.
And as Marnie announces the start of the fundraiser, a shock explosion rips through the building. So there we are. We've got the whole of the village there and the buildings collapsing around them. So it's chaos. But through the devastation, we have Toby has a big announcement, and in powerful scenes, Toby and his sister Celeste get their comeuppance for the Lisa Loveday murder. So we know that at his brother Mitchell's wedding, he murdered Lisa Loveday accidentally. So
yeah, finally.
And Ethan finally catches up with Maya, the kidnappers, and the relationship between the pair ends with a bang.
Another bang.
Yes, but could that be a gun bang? Do you think a shot's fired?
Well, this is quite explosive, isn't it?
I don't know what else could end with a bang.
No.
I would say
I don't
gun.
know.
It could be anything, though. We are talking Hollyoaks.
We are talking Hollyoaks. And it's not the only thing that's happening, though, is it? There's
no.
All this stuff is coming out. Keep going. Keep telling us.
Perry, in a life-threatening situation, finally realises what she wants. And the McQueens show that blood is thicker than water.
Of course it is.
When Mercy saves Cher's life. Now, we know that Cher's her stepdaughter and was really unpleasant to Mercy about 3 months ago. So this is Mercy putting everything aside and saving Cher. But when they realise one of the family is still in the burning building, a heroic act is made, but a lie has a deadly cost.
But there is a nice part to this.
Yes. So amongst the rubble, will romance ignite for Marnie and Jack as they are trapped together? So there he is.
Oh.
Jack the lad, really. There they are. It'll be all right. The emergency services be soon. So we'll be around soon. So do you want dinner sometime? It's like...
I suppose in that moment you feel you have to say what you have to say at that point. Quick, get it in there.
I love Jack. He's just great. He's just great.
Really is brilliant. I love it. And the thing is that this is a life and death situation, isn't it? For
yes.
A lot, with a lot of these characters here.
Yeah. We have tragedy striking for the Nightingales, and Juliet has emergency surgery. Will she survive? And as Martine and Felix's relationship remains strained, Martine makes a drastic decision. So there's lots and lots going on, and then we have to ask ourselves, what caused the explosion?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Whose names are in the frame? You've got Ollie and Becky.
Yeah.
They'd be responsible.
They could well be responsible.
Who else could be?
Well, we have Maya, one half of the kidnappers, Ethan and Maya. They've been out. They kidnapped Darren, and they really have it in for the village. So, what better way than making an explosion at the Dee Valley Hero fundraiser?
Yeah, we have it. Wow.
So I can't wait to find out.
No, neither can I. And if it's Hollyoaks, expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Is what I would say.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Finally, EastEnders. The residents are really still coming to terms with the events of New Year's Eve. When the police find a bomb at the Argy-Bargy. And of course, Harvey's world fell apart because he had to talk to Aaron. He had to talk Aaron round to stop him from setting it off. So it was, high drams, wasn't it, at that point?
Yes, very much so, very much so. And this is such an unpleasant, Aaron is so unpleasant, and I think his dad, Harvey, is so shocked that his son would set a bomb off at the Argy-Bargy. That is shocking on New Year's Eve when everyone would be out having, celebration drinks, seeing the new year in. It is shocking. It's a really shocking storyline. So, yes, he did manage to talk Aaron round, so he did stop him setting the bomb off, thank goodness. So we know that Aaron is a nasty racist who is involved in an evil group. And, I think I've said this is going to run and run, because this isn't going anywhere, because this evil group's not just going to pack up and leave, are they?
No.
It's
it's an interesting storyline for somebody to take on as well as an actor, because it's so poignant and so important to because there are dreadfully people out there like this, but a lot of people can't always differentiate between real life and soap, can they? So it's quite a brave storyline, I think.
Yes, I would imagine he might get a few comments when he's out, in the supermarket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So this week, after all of that drama, Harvey encourages Aaron to keep a low profile, but Aaron is soon on the wrong side of nasty Neil when Neil accuses him of being a grass, and then Neil threatens Aaron's sister Dana. Now that's really low, isn't it? Because Dana's dating Bobby, who is a Muslim, and actually she has nothing to do with her brother. She's not anything to do with him. So Aaron decides he must save his sister, and he goes to the group and tells them that Neil is out of control, and he manages to convince them, but in turn he must go to Manchester and run the operation there. What other shocks are in store for Aaron? Are we going to lose Aaron? Will he go to Manchester and run this?
Well, I hope he just goes away, but doesn't take his misery somewhere else. Awful.
Yes, I think this one's going to run, because will Harvey go to the police on his son? What's Dana going to do? She's now in the line of fire, will she get hurt? Yeah Who knows, is the question. It'll be hanging as a storyline that's going to keep going, I think, that one. Yeah.
And then after the Rocky lies fall out from Christmas, because both Sonia and Kathy discover that Rocky wasn't Rocky, but in fact Dottie's uncle, Tom. Dottie is homeless, and so Suki is upset to discover that Dottie is not paying rent for the bedsit, and then proceeds to throw her out.
Yes. So Sonia threw Dottie out.
It's all very confusing.
So Sonia threw Dottie out. Well, we all know Dottie's a little minx, and Suki, we knows all about the money, so she wasn't going to say, hey, I know you haven't got any money, but I'll let you stay in the bedsit. So when she discovers she's living in the bedsit, she throws her out. And Vinny, Suki's son, he has a bit of a crush on Dottie. I don't know why. He has a massive crush on her, and he wants to help her. And Dottie, knowing this, takes advantage and suggests that if he helps her find a place to stay, she will give things a go romantically.
I think he might be in over his head.
She's way in over his head. That's sort of trading your body for a place to stay.
Quite. Wow, it's all happening, isn't it?
Yes.
January's off with literal bangs and bangs. Wow,
Yes.
Thank you, Claire. Well, hope that sort of fulfilled you all for another week. Certainly, you need to be watching all of them, I think, because you have nothing else to do in January, of course. But we'll be back next week, and we'll be filling you in on all of the latest gossip. Thank you for listening.